Hello and welcome to the Edroom School Admin training series. Well, in this video, I'll be walking you through how to navigate through the school admin platform. We'll be going through a series of functions here, like managing student details, managing teachers, timetables, or managing student assignments, managing different types of examination, sending out notifications, and so forth. First off, this is what the dashboard looks like as you sign in. You'll be able to see some details like number of students, teachers, or you have the expense analytics here, and then you have the leave portal where you'll be able to see any upcoming leaves submitted by teachers, and you'll be going through some of the analytics around attendance, announcements made, exam results, and so forth. Now, going through the academic function, first off, you have the medium. So basically, this is where you are able to add different language. But in this case, we have just put in the year, the assessment year. But I think every school has the flexibility to kind of navigate and customize this according to the needs. Next up, we have the option to create different sections. For instance, we have some demo data here whereby we have put in two sections like A, B, could go through C, D, depending on how many students you have. Next off, you have the option to create subjects. So this is where you create different subjects you have for each class. As you scroll down, you'll have some demo data here. For example, we have class 9 English, class 9 Science, class 8 Math. You've got every subject has got their subject code, and this is also created here in this function. You create the subject name and select whether it's a theoretical subject or practical. Mostly for science, there will be a lot of practical, so this is where you select. You can either customize the background color and add any images if the teacher, if the school wants to, just for ease of navigation. That's where you add the subject. Next off, you have the option to create semesters. As you can see, we have some demo data here of semester 1, semester 2. That's simply done by putting in the details here, creating the start of the semester, the end of the semester. Simply click the submit button and that is gonna be automatically reflected on the dashboard. Then you have the stream. So basically this is where the different type of stream comes in, such as commerce, arts, science. This is simply created by putting the details here, and you click the submit button, and again it's gonna create a list of stream for the institution, which then can be used to select options later on as we scroll down. If you go to the shift option here, this is not something a lot of schools would use, but yeah, based on customization, every institutions may use it in whatever form or shape. Going down to the next section is the option to create class. So this is where you put in different classes that you have within the institution. For higher secondary, you have things like anywhere from class 1 to 12, 1 to 10, 9, 12. Colleges, you have a list of classes based on different departments and so forth. You simply create that by selecting the medium. So in this case, it's the assessment year, and then you put in the name of the class, shift, that's optional, stream, again depending on what type of institution it is. You have the option to choose. Once that's all filled up, you just click the submit button and it's going to create a list of classes you have for the institution. Next off, you have the option to create, or more so have an overview of the list of subjects you have for each class. In this instance, um, we have some pre-filled data. So if you just go in, there's some of the subjects for class 4. You can simply add and delete. You can also segment that based on the core subjects or optional subjects. And then going back, you have the class group. So basically this is just grouping the type of classes. Again, it really depends on how the institutions want to customize these options here. They can play around and use it in whatever manner that is convenient for them. In this case, we've added higher secondary, secondary classes, primary classes. If it's colleges, universities, they can add different type of departments here. And then we have class sections and teachers. This is where the school creates the class and assign class teachers and assign the subject teacher for each. Again, you just assign the class teacher. In this case, it's Alice for class 4A, and then simply put in the teachers responsible for each class, for each subject. Click the submit button. Once that's done, it's going to reflect on the teacher's portal, and they will be assigned to specific classes for the specific subject that they're responsible for. And then you have the transfer and promote students option. Now this is the part where students are either promoted or maybe demoted to each classes. In this case, you select the students you want in a specific class. So as of now, I have a series of students in this class 6A 2025 session. Depending on how the results turn out, the school is able to select the students either in bulk or selectively and do the needful action, either to promote them in the next session and assign whichever classes they are promoted to. So the reason we do this is just so that the school is able to update the CRM on an annual basis when a new session starts, so that when they want to navigate through different classes, the details are updated and they have a real-time information and data on the different students. Assigned roll number, well, basically assigning roll numbers to students. Well, this will be something that we'll be covering when we go down to the students function. So let's go to custom fields. What do we have here? Again, there will be quite a few functions on this platform where the institutions might not necessarily use, but depending on the need of the particular school, colleges, you may navigate this and customize this according to your needs.